third of the 12 steps of ecological recovery. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. It's wonderful. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Now, you know, these are the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. We've adapted them. You know, in the first and last case, we've substituted the word alcohol for addictive society. But the other steps remain the same, and they don't need to be particularly altered in order to be of use to us. So when we say, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood them, we're using that original AA language. Everyone knows that Him doesn't mean Him, or doesn't just mean Him. Or it means Him to some people, her to other people, it to other people still. People also know that when the word God appears, it does not mean the God of religion, but it means the God of your understanding. If you've got a complaint about that God, you're complaining to yourself. Because whatever God that word means is your responsibility. Your responsibility to find out what that means to you. It's not the responsibility of some editor or some teacher or somebody who says the word to you. The word God there is yours for the taking and the having, and it means what it means to you, and only what it means to you. We appeal to the God of our understanding because only the God of our understanding will make a difference to us. Only the God of our understanding can restore us to sanity, can help us find peace with ourselves, with other people, can do any of the various things that these 12 steps of recovery promise. Making a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him is not the same as turning our wills and our lives over to the care of God as we understood them. If someone says, turn your will over to a power greater than yourself, we can't do it. No one can do this. I can't say, surrender now. Do it. Right? The body, the mind, the very soul inside of us seizes up and cannot perform that action. So what we do instead is we make a decision to turn our will and our lives over, acknowledging that this is a process. And we focus on process and progress, not perfection. Sometimes we make big gains, sometimes it happens all at once, and sometimes it happens very, very slowly. It doesn't really matter which. When we talk in terms of ecological recovery, this power beyond the self, this God as we understand God, refers to those processes which give rise to life, which sustain life, and into which life is ceaselessly pouring without interruption. Just as the breath comes into our body, enlivens our body, allows us to live, and then passes out of our body back into the atmosphere again, and an endless succession of breaths, in-breaths and out-breaths. So when we talk about turning our will and our lives over to this power beyond the self, we are actually acknowledging that a power beyond ourselves is what allows us to live. Not one of us can live for a moment apart from the blessings provided by this planet. Not an instant. Everything about our bodies and our minds is tooled precisely to this place and the other creatures that inhabit it. The food provided by this place, the air provided by this place, the temperature provided by this place. Everything provided by this place has shaped down to the molecular level every aspect of our being. I don't know how human beings plan on going on living if they're disconnected physically from this planet, unless they think they can make one of their own, which I guess, you know, a spaceship is an attempt to do that. But human beings cannot create what nature has created. We can't turn back and create a world, create a planet. So this third step in the 12 steps of ecological recovery basically says that. It acknowledges that we can only be restored to sanity by a power greater than ourselves. Therefore, make a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. We made a decision, basically, to acknowledge what is already true. We made a decision to face reality, face the reality of the situation, and to consciously and knowingly embrace that reality rather than turning away from it or hiding it. Is it any great wonder that we suddenly feel a lot better when we're able to do that?